The United States is a sprawling canvas of natural wonders, cultural icons, and layered histories, each region offering its own essence of America. From snow-draped peaks to sun-scorched deserts, from jazz-soaked cities to remote coastal villages, the country is not a monolith, but a mosaic of vivid travel experiences. Whether one is drawn by the magnetic pulse of the cities or the serene hum of the wild, traveling through the U.S. is less about crossing off states and more about surrendering to diverse stories stitched across the land. The journey might begin in the Northeast, where the country's revolutionary roots linger beneath cobbled streets and ivy-draped facades. Boston, Massachusetts, emerges as a blend of colonial heritage and modern grit. Along the Freedom Trail, red bricks weave past old churches and cemeteries, whispering the ambitions of early patriots. Autumn in New England is a quiet spectacle, where forested backroads in Vermont or New Hampshire erupt in rust, amber, and crimson, a painter's palette caught mid-fall. Further south, New York City asserts itself with familiar swagger, a city defined not by monuments, but by energy. In Central Park's mosaic of runners, musicians, and lovers, or in the subway's nocturnal symphony, the city reveals its contradictions and charisma. Moving inward, the American heartland unfolds as a quieter rhythm. Chicago, perched against Lake Michigan's icy shores, offers the grandeur of skyscrapers softened by the scent of deep dish pizza and the brass buzz of a saxophone from a smoky jazz lounge. Its Art Institute shelters centuries of human imagination, from Monet's gardens to Hopper's lonely diners. The Midwest might seem unassuming, yet its endless plains, historic towns, and hardworking charm are deeply American in the most soulful sense. A road trip through Iowa or Kansas means fields unfolding to the horizon, punctuated by windmills, weathered barns, and diners serving coffee with a side of unsolicited wisdom. To the south, history and hospitality mix with both triumph and tension. In New Orleans, Louisiana, the air itself seems steeped in saxophone smoke and Creole spices. The French Quarter pulsates with life, balconies sagging with bougainvillea, street performers pirouetting near beignet-sprinkled cafes, and second-line parades moving to rhythms older than the state itself. This city is both a tribute to survival and an ode to celebration. Farther east, Savannah, Georgia, enchants with moss-draped oaks and antebellum facades that hint at both elegance and unrest. The South is a land of storytelling. Its porches and piazzas echo with tales of love, loss, and long summers marked by the drone of cicadas. The Southwest greets travelers not with lushness, but with majesty carved from stone. Monument Valley on the Arizona-Utah border stretches out like a dreamscape, where red monoliths rise from sand as if summoned by ancient spirits. The Grand Canyon is not just seen, but felt, an immensity so staggering it reshapes one's sense of scale and time. Nearby, Santa Fe, New Mexico, offers a quieter magic. Adobe walls absorb the desert sun, while galleries and open markets honor indigenous and Hispanic roots through art, food, and ritual. The spirit of the desert is not absence, but presence distilled, where every gust of wind whispers stories of those who came before. California, the land of reinvention, refuses to be pinned down. In the north, San Francisco teeters on the edge of the continent, fog-laced hills adorned with pastel Victorians and cable cars clanking through change. Across the Golden Gate, redwood forests hush even the most hurried thoughts, their trunks wide enough to shelter generations. Moving down the coast, Big Sur offers a road trip for the soul, where cliffs plunge into the Pacific and waves crash with relentless rhythm. Then there's Los Angeles, a galaxy disguised as a city, where dreams are pitched in studio lots and sunsets paint ambition gold. Further inland, the Mojave Desert unrolls a harsher, almost lunar landscape, culminating in the heat-seared drama of Death Valley. No portrait of American travel is complete without the Pacific Northwest, draped in mist and mystery. Seattle sits between ocean and mountain, its coffee shops and bookstores proof that drizzled skies inspire introspection. The San Juan Islands, scattered like emeralds across Puget Sound, offer a slower pace, whale watching, stargazing, and biking through forests where time seems to meander like the tides. Across state lines, Oregon's Columbia River Gorge thunders with waterfalls, while Portland blends eccentric creativity with farm-to-table sincerity. This corner of the country whispers rather than shouts, drawing travelers with promises of renewal and calm. The vast American West, with its myths of cowboys and pioneers, still echoes in places like Wyoming and Montana. Yellowstone's geysers and bison herds remind visitors that nature still holds the upper hand. Glacier National Park, with its icy lakes and alpine meadows, offers a kind of wild untouched by time. In the dusty towns scattered across these states, saloons and ghost stories persist, echoes of a past that refuses to fade entirely. Even Alaska and Hawaii stretch the imagination of what America means. Alaska is grandeur at its most unfiltered. Denali's Peak piercing the sky, glaciers groaning into the sea, and nights where the northern lights swirl like celestial dancers. In Hawaii, nature and culture merge in luminous harmony. Volcanoes bubble beneath rainforest canopies, and hula tells stories older than any written word. Each island has its own rhythm, its own mana, a spiritual energy that hums beneath every wave and breeze. Travel in the United States is ultimately an act of listening, each place speaking its own language of landscape, memory, and momentum. One might come for the sights, the skyline of Manhattan, the canyons of Utah, the theme parks of Orlando. But what lingers is the sensory aftermath, the tang of salt in Charleston's air, the crunch of autumn leaves in the Adirondacks, the lonesome howl of wind across South Dakota's Badlands. It's a country best explored slowly, not conquered but encountered. The road beckons, not as a path to escape, but a journey into layered identity and unfolding contradictions. In every corner, one finds something deeply American: resilience in the face of challenge, reinvention with every sunrise, and a capacity for wonder that renews itself with every mile.